Okay, hey Steven. All right, I've got your two watches here. I'm off of Thanksgiving break, so it's time to get back to work. Two watches, Pulsations and a Bell-matic. Here is the Pulsations. The movement's hazy, definitely hazy. It's probably going to clean up pretty well. I see sort of frosted look here of the winding weight. That'll clean up a fair amount. The rest of the watch looks okay. Somebody's been fiddling with this click spring right here. It's sort of bent right here. Hopefully that's not going to cause any problems. The watch is actually running pretty decently, all told. It's an A movement, but you can see the signal is clean. It's got a little bit of beat error, not a lot, and no noise. It's pretty decent actually. It needs service, but it's not bad. So that's good. That's not bad at all. Yeah, that's decent. Okay, let's talk about the Bell-matic, and then we'll talk cosmetics. I saw that it was missing a spring bar, so I put a spring bar in there to keep it all together. You got this Bell-matic for $2.50, and there it is. It's running. Oops, I got to put it on the right thing. Stop. And these have a crazy lift angle, 58.3. Let's see what it says. Ugh, it's not happy. Whew, barely running. Okay. Barely running. The movement, this watch led sort of a hard life. I'm amazed that it still has the original bracelet, but you can see it's got all kinds of scratchings on here. It'll clean up decently. These are fine. Huh, look what happened when I put some power into the winding thing. That leveled off just for a second. 128. You definitely need service. These are a real interesting piece of work to service, actually. These I consider to be more difficult to get right than a chronograph. They're touchy and they take real work. They're involved because they have so much going on. Even more than a normal Seiko, these are an assemblage of springs and parts held in tension in the right relations to each other. It's got two mainsprings. They're crazy pieces of business. Bell-matics were the top of the top back in their day. Top of the top. Spare no expense. Okay, let's talk about the things. Let's get this here. Okay, good. All right. Yeah, the Bell-matic movement definitely, it's been opened and closed and opened and closed, and it's a little dirty and scratched up. This one, it's original, but it's had some things done. But what are the things that are important? Ooh, look at the white lume. See, it's got its original lume and the dial is clean. The case, while it's a little scratched up, it still has its axial brushing. That's what I'm told this is called. I used to call it radial brushing, but it's not radial brushing, it's axial brushing, or so I'm told. So that works. There's your time setting. Let's see if I can get this to, there's that. Okay. Your bracelet is intact, which is good. We can certainly bring it back. It's just a matter of whether or not you want to make that investment. It's a cool watch. Okay, your Pulsations. This also is a cool watch. Now, the aftermarket handset, I wouldn't use that. It's wrong in a few ways. This is an early one. We can see this horrible sweep in here, and we can see the dial is scratched. But if we ignore the horrible sweep, actually, the rest of the watch is pretty okay. This is supposed to have what's called a two-part sweep. It's the early sweep. I would have to look and see if I have one that's available. I don't know that I do. If not, I always prefer using original Seiko. This obviously is horrible, but if we put an original Seiko sweep in there, we'd probably be a little better off. Like the Bell-matic. Oh, by the way, see this stuff? That's leather dye. I was playing over the Thanksgiving holiday, and I can't get it out. We can see the dial surface is clean. We can see the lume is good. I might suggest reluming this hour and minute hand because that just makes these thin hands stand out a little better. Your case is decent. It's worn, but it's original. You're missing your lume pip. I could put that back too. Yeah, If you want to make the investment, I'd say do it. It needs service. I would not use these aftermarket hands, but that's me. Um, it's just a matter of whether or not you want to make the investment into these watches. Doing a Bell-matic is a serious investment because it's a lot of time. A lot of time to get it right. They're fussy. Seiko and their fussy watch designs. Okay, you let me know if you want me to go ahead. I'm going to give you a quote so you can decide whether what you feel like doing. Okay, talk to you later.